Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we are dropping nukes of speculation all over this video. These are 20 Fallout theories that might actually be true. I hate doing intros, the content is so close, let's just dig in. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. Sole survivor isn't human, Fallout 4. One widely supported theory suggests that the sole survivor might actually be a synth. For starters, Nate or Nora are the only ones to emerge from Vault 111 after being frozen for centuries, which feels suspiciously convenient. They also have access to VATS even before acquiring the iconic Pip-Boy, which obviously could just be part of the game mechanics, or it could be a hint. Probably not, but it's still fun. Another possibility is that the sole survivor was swapped out during stasis, with the Institute keeping the original body for experimentation. Sean has a synth version. Why can't we be a synth? Aliens Did It Fallout series. Alien involvement in the Fallout games is always a fun little addition, often hidden, but some fans believe that the aliens we've seen since Fallout 3 are actually responsible for the nuclear war that devastated the planet, and not just a fun little Easter egg. Perhaps they simply wanted to observe how humanity would prepare for, survive, and eventually rebuild civilization when faced with complete nuclear obliteration. If that's the case, aliens are dicks. Post-Nuclear Plague, Fallout 4.
Cursing doesn't offend me, you know.
I didn't think it did. It's not about you, it's about a promise I made. When I left the capital Wasteland, I didn't just leave little Lamplight behind. I left my family behind.
If you didn't get into all the side quests in Fallout 4, you might not even know about the mysterious illness that comes up in MacCready's follower quest. You're tasked with finding the cure, as MacCready's son Duncan is infected. However, by the end of the mission, it's left uncertain whether the cure actually works or if it's even possible to produce it in the post-apocalyptic world. Fans theorize that the illness might be the new plague, which is mentioned in some in-game material in Fallout 2. The new plague hasn't been seen since before the Great War, but could pose a real threat in the Wasteland.
Hey,
Well?
here you go, MacCready.
Holy crap, we actually did it!
VaultTech started it Fallout series.
Good morning! VaultTech calling.
VaultTech was powerful, especially before the bombs dropped, and with power comes a huge lack of accountability, and VaultTech got away with some seriously questionable actions. Some fans believe VaultTech's scumbag behavior runs much deeper than just treating the general public like pawns. A theory that's been circulating online claims the company actually triggered the nuclear war themselves. Why? To drive demand for their vaults, trap people inside, and carry out whatever twisted experiments they wanted.
Are there any other ghouls out there from before?
You mean crazy Kent and nothing bothers me, Daisy? Yeah, there's a couple of us, but no one from the neighborhood. No one from VaultTech.
Hotel California, Fallout New Vegas.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses.
Do I have to explain Hotel California? Please say no. Some fans have drawn parallels between the song and the Sierra Madre, the abandoned resort from New Vegas. A hologram greets guests at the entrance, Father Elijah obsesses over keeping you trapped inside, and those who come seeking refuge meet a devastating fate. These examples, among others, have been compiled to theorize that the New Vegas creators were paying homage to the infamous song.
There, the switching station. That's where you'll need to bring the mute.
There's a chance everyone's a synth Fallout 4.
Is it true? You're not my daughter?
Yes, it's true. I mean, I can't prove it, but when I made it to Acadia, I just knew.
The Far Harbor DLC takes the idea that it's hard to tell who's human and who's synth and ramps it up to the max. The main quest revolves around uncovering whether Kasumi is truly a synth or if she's been misled. But the uncertainty doesn't stop there. This has sparked theories that anyone in the Wasteland could secretly be synthetic, meaning every interaction might actually be a machine rather than a fellow survivor.
You have to expect the unexpected. Still, I've got to admit, I've never had a case quite like Kasumi's.
Australia lives on Fallout series.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes. Sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
America is rooted in the fabric of Fallout, the American dream, the nuclear era aesthetic, the patriotism. But what about other countries? What happened to them and how did they respond to the chaos engulfing America? One theory tries to fill in the gap, suggesting that small pockets of survivors might still exist in places like the Polynesian Islands, New Zealand, or Australia. However, the idea of mutually assured destruction implies that most of the planet was likely obliterated. Except Australia. We would have survived, and we'd have gotten rad spiders instead of rad roaches.
As I live and breathe! Oh, it's really you!
Teddy Spies, Fallout 4. The Institute is one of the most interesting factions in the Fallout universe, living underground and making unbelievable scientific advancements. One fan theory suggests a connection between the teddy bears scattered throughout the Fallout world, often found in oddly humorous or staged poses, and the Institute. Who arranged them? Why are they in such weird positions? And how are teddy bears still in perfect condition? Among the many theories, one proposes the Institute placed them there as surveillance tools. Checks out, makes sense, not the weirdest thing they've done. Real-life disasters revealed Fallout series. Depending on how you play, one of the most fascinating details can be hidden bits of information scattered throughout the game. Books, recordings, and in Fallout, radio transmissions. Strange bursts of Morse code interrupt the usual programming, and what's eerie is that some of these appear to have predicted real-world events and disasters. From oil rig explosions to the Queen's death, somebody should investigate the Fallout devs. Religious allegory Fallout series.
Exactly as planned. We're subjecting the residents to extremely low-frequency white noise and regular intervals through the loudspeaker system.
The vaults in Fallout are creepy and often tell stories that go way beyond the surface premise. Take Vault 92, which houses talented musicians who eventually descended into madness due to the subliminal mind control experiments. Players have connected this to Psalm 92, which ominously ends with, "Surely your enemies will perish." And then there's Vault 112, where residents were manipulated into believing they lived in a perfect utopia. That's been connected to Psalm 112, and the fitting line, "They will have no fear of bad news, their hearts are steadfast." Almost every vault has been tied to a religious fable, tale, or idea. It's almost intentional. Schrodinger Synth, Fallout 4.
You know where to find us.
Kasumi, does this mean you know we're your parents, right? You're not a synth.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused.
Alright, let's jump back to Kasumi, who players theorize is a play on the famous Schrodinger's cat theory. A young woman haunted by the belief that she's a synth, it's revealed she lacks a specific synth component found in others from the area, casting serious doubt. And yet, the game never confirms the truth either way, leaving the door open for two opposing theories. Either Kasumi is a synth, or she never was. And then there's a third theory. She both is and isn't. Schrodinger's Synth.
She has people there she cares about.
So, Ray was right. Kasumi needed to make her own life away from us. I guess I just didn't want to believe she had grown up.
Who is the mysterious stranger? Fallout series. This isn't one solid theory, it's more of an acknowledgement that everyone has some opinion about the mysterious stranger. So here are a few to satisfy you theory-hungry vampires. One theory claims he's actually the player's alter ego, appearing during high-stress moments to help keep composure. Others believe he's a hallucination, or perhaps even a supernatural figure like a guardian angel. Another idea says he isn't one person at all, but part of a secret agency dedicated to helping people across the Commonwealth. I like to imagine he and Nick Valentine are connected, but I have nothing to back that up except personal excitement.
You! Stop!
Father was going to heal our heart, Fallout 4.
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Even if you oppose the Institute, Sean still leaves behind a synth child version of himself as a parting gift, an attempt to make up for lost time and missed parenting. Given the Institute's ability to replicate humans flawlessly and Father's apparent care for the player, his own parent, it's plausible that a synth version of the sole survivor's spouse was also part of the plan. In fact, cut content suggests that either Nate or Nora was originally going to return as a synth in the Institute's questline. This implies a possible story where we choose whether to bring our spouse back as a synth or let them rest in peace.
I'm here to blow up your reactor, Sean. Put an end to the Institute.
Well, at least there's no need for guessing games now.
Fallout and Elder Scrolls share a universe Fallout series. Shared universe theories pop up whenever multiple titles come out from the same studio. Naturally, Bethesda's two giants, the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, are theorized to share a universe. The games are sprinkled with Easter eggs tying them together, like sweet rolls and Dragonborn references. One particular fun clue comes from Fallout 4's experimental plant, which looks an awful lot like Skyrim's Nirnroot. These small similarities give lore-obsessed players endless Reddit fodder.
What the?
Mannequins are alive, Fallout 4. One of the creepiest parts in Fallout 4 is its mannequins. Styled after those used in 1950s nuclear tests, they make sense as props, but their placement often feels too deliberate. There's a theory that these mannequins might actually be sentient. Whether they're malevolent synths, the result of a bored NPC with a dark sense of humor, or something else entirely, they definitely give the impression that they're naughty, naughty boys. The Enclave are good guys, Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, the Enclave is the main antagonist. Authoritarian groups are easy to hate, but the Brotherhood, despite being heroic, also hoards tech and imposes strict control. Some internet sleuths argue that the Enclave might actually be the good guys trying to preserve unmutated humanity and re-establish a centralized government, albeit through extreme means. I don't necessarily agree, but the theory makes a few good points.
Control. The person in charge is to step forward immediately and turn over all materials related to this project.
There is an underwater civilization, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 features a number of strangely shaped underwater structures, and with so much of the world submerged, some players believe there's more going on beneath the waves. The theory? There could be an entire underwater civilization. Supporters often point to the Aqua Boy perk, which lets you breathe underwater as a subtle clue. People will say, underwater civilization, that's unbelievable, that's stupid, while fighting aliens and dealing with a secret underground science cult. It makes no sense. Vault Dwellers are stronger Fallout series. It's not a wild theory, it's even mentioned in-game a few times, that being shielded from radiation may have left Vault Dwellers in better condition than surface survivors. This helps explain how characters like Fallout 3's Lone Wanderer, despite having no experience, accomplish so much. Even without Nate's military background, Nora might succeed simply because radiation has weakened everyone else. We're not strong, everyone else is just crazy weak.
Spread out! Fuck cannon!
The Courier is healing over time, Fallout New Vegas. In New Vegas, the Courier bounces back from a near-fatal wound remarkably fast. After a short stay in Good Springs, they're up and back on the road. This has led to a theory that the Courier never fully healed. Each level up represents gradual recovery. It fits, since the Courier was already formidable before getting shot, one of only 6 trusted to deliver packages to Mr. House. This wasn't a level 1 gig. Dogmeat is a synth, Fallout 4.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Dogmeat, our trusty companion, might not just be a loyal pup. Given the Institute's central role in Fallout 4, some fans suspect Dogmeat is a synth. The theory says Father sent him to guide the sole survivor, which explains why he randomly appears outside the Red Rocket and instantly obeys. His behavior is oddly advanced for a stray, and his past ties to Nick Valentine, another known synth, deepen the mystery. If this is true, it's the only thing I'll ever thank Father for. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.